Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, June 22nd, and sorry about the day delay with the scrapbook layout. I will tell you this is going to be layout number 53, page number 1, and I decided to go back to using the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, which, by the way, is on sale. So make sure that you check out the event description for the links. Let me scroll this across here just to let you know that this demonstration is pre-recorded every Wednesday at 10 a.m. A pre-recorded scrapbook video, whether it's page 1 or page 2 of whatever layout I'm working on, will post. But I had a little delay because I was working on a personal issue helping my son. The story I will tell you Sunday afternoon, and I've calmed down a little bit, so back in my happy place. And so I'm able to pre-record this video for you all. So if you want to hear the story, make sure you join me Sunday for my regular Sunday afternoon live. I will tell you that right now, all 4 of the kittens are running loose. So I'm really hoping that I can get through this demonstration without somebody jumping up on this desk. And the one that would be jumping is actually eating right now. So hopefully he'll get his fill, he'll go play, and he'll leave me alone. So, but I'm going to try to get through this in about less than 30 minutes. I do try to keep my scrapbooking videos to about 30 minutes or less, but sometimes I can get a little chatty and I go a little over. So just make sure you check out the event description, because there's going to be the links to the monthly class kit in the mail, as well as the designer series paper sale. Plus, it's a great time to purchase the kit. We got a kit deal, so make sure you go check that out. But this demonstration is pre-recorded, and we're going to be starting a new layout. And if you missed, I can't remember what number this is, but the last time I did one, I want to say this was either 50 or 51. The layout that I did the last time, I think you can see both of those pages with the Countryside Inn. That's the piece of paper I was missing. I was going to show you guys all of the papers, and I'm like, I'm missing a page. And that's because I used the package that I had. I used it on this layout as the background. So that was the last layout that I did, and I enjoyed it. And so I wanted to go ahead and do another layout. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. And if you happen to hear smacking, that would be Benjamin having his dinner, his late night snack. All right, so what I'm starting with is a 12 by 12. You're probably going to hear cat toys running across the floor too. I'm starting out with a 12 by 12 piece of boho blue, which you can only get these colored pieces in the variety packs, in the assortment packages. Okay, so we're going to be using this as our base layout. And I actually got this while I'm chit-chatting. I'm going to mat these right here. I got this idea from a card that I did. Oh, it's been a while. I've done the same layout a couple of times with a couple of different designer series paper, and I really liked it. And it's kind of like called the tiled layout. And so that's where I got the inspiration to do this layout with. And today we're doing page 1. We're going to start out with, I'm going to go ahead and mat these. This is a 5 by 5. Yeah, this is a 5 by 5 piece of Night of Navy. And then I have 2 other mats that are going to be matted on top of it. So each one of them is like a 1/4 of an inch increment. And so if you, I'll probably tell you some of the measurements here. But if you want to just go to the supply list, then you can check out the supply list because I will have the measurements listed on there. And on this one, I'm going to pop this one up with dimensionals. So I layered the, oh, somebody just jumped on me. I layered the, y'all might see him. Y'all might see him walk across the, there we go. Benjamin. I don't think they want to see you. They came to watch a scrapbook page layout, but you are cute. He's licking his chops, y'all. He just ate some chicken. You, oh, okay. We can't take a bath right here. Isn't he cute, y'all? He's looking at y'all. This is an occupational hazard for me. All right. Can you come over here, Bubba? Come here. Come over here. Come over here. You want to sit in my lap? I think you can sit in my lap. Here. I think you'll be still enough if you sit in my lap. Sit in my lap. Y'all, he's so cute. He might jump off of me. There, he just jumped back off. He just wanted to say hi. So anyway, this is a piece of balmy blue. I'll tell you what this mat is. It's a piece of balmy blue that's been matted on a piece of Misty Moonlight that's been matted on a piece of Night of Navy, and that's going to go in the center. But before we get started on the center piece, I want to go ahead and get my corners down. I did use a lot of designer series paper on this, and I'm going to make sure these are going in the right direction. I'm gonna lay this out, and I hope that I get it right. It's supposed to be pretty much centered, so let me lay all this stuff out so that'll help me, and then you can get an idea of the layout. But I've got a lot of pieces of designer series paper that I'm working with, and I even decided to take the shimmer paper and I embossed it with the Countryside embossing folder. So you've got, not only do you have that shimmer, but you've got that pretty embossing. It didn't emboss the whole folder, but it did enough to where you could, put a little design on your layout. And I think these two are purposely smaller. They're not the same as the bottom ones. But there, you can kind of get an idea of the layout. And so I want to make sure that I space these okay. And then I'll start to put them down because they're supposed to be about a 1/4 inch around the entire layout. It might be off a little bit, you guys, because y'all know me. I don't really measure. I just kind of eyeball. So, but you can see those I purposely did cut. I hope I have enough designer series paper for next week's layout. Otherwise, I just took advantage of the free shipping that we had today, and there he is again. Hey, you can't stay. You can't sit here. Come here. Sit on my lap, Beba. Sit on my lap. Will you sit on my lap? You can't go up there. Or if you go up there, you're going to have to sit way off to the side, okay? There you go. Sit on my lap. There you go. He's gonna get comfortable on my lap, and hopefully I'm still enough for him to not move. Okay, so I think that's laid out okay. Let me go ahead and start with putting this down, and all I'm doing is putting a little adhesive in case I have to move these, and I'm not gonna put it down like, I'm just gonna tap it, okay? And this will help me when it comes to guiding. Now, if you're doing this layout, you can totally use the other side if you want to use the other side. I just wanted something darker down here on the bottom. Uh-oh, somebody's sneezing. Okay, and we're going to get some adhesive on that. I'm putting just enough to get these to tack down. Oops. And then if I don't have to move any of them, then of course I'll, finish tapping them down. So let's go ahead and do this up here. Lots of colors to work with for sure. I love all these different shades of blue. I don't know about you guys, but I love these shades of blue. And you got them all. Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight. You got some basic white in there. boho blue. I will tell you, the Lost Lagoon, even though Lost Lagoon is not one of these colors, the Lost Lagoon ribbon would look really, really pretty with this. And I used it on that, the other layout that I showed you. I did use it on that layout. We're going to try to center this one. Okay, that's pretty good. Good. All right, let's get these down, and then we'll do that middle one. I'll kind of try to center that middle one. And I will tell you that page 2 is going to be pretty much almost similar, but I'm going to try to put that on a little bit differently where it's still. So this is a pretty good layout that has a bunch of different areas for pictures. You can mat some pictures. If you want, you can take a basic white piece of cardstock, or you can also, I'm just trying to line these up, or you can also take some balmy blue, just like I did on the center one. So I used balmy blue instead of basic white. And let's put these up with dimensionals and do some journaling on. You can definitely do that. For the flowers that I used, I'm going to be using the stamp in the Irresistible Blooms bundle, which is one of the, it's on the online exclusives. So we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. I'm going to do the other side over here as well. I just couldn't decide what flowers I wanted to use. So I was like, let's just break out the Irresistible Blooms bundle. I hadn't used that since it first came out, and so I wanted to use it. All right, I'm trying to eyeball this and get it even. It doesn't have to be. This can be anywhere you want it to be. That looks to be kind of spot on. So let's get some adhesive. Take that off on the back of this so we can put this down. We still have a little dimension going on in the front. And then we're going to try to put this in the middle. See if I can line this up. It looks to be a little bit high. Let's take it down just a little bit. If you're a stickler for things being straight, you want to get your ruler out. I think that'll work. I think all my pieces are down, so I'm going to just kind of press them down a little bit so I know that they're going to stay in place. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I went ahead and stamped and die cut several flowers and several of the little leaf images from the Irresistible Blooms. I did stamp these flowers in Night of Navy, and I stamped a couple of them in Night of Navy, and this one I stamped in Balmy Blue. So we're going to kind of build a little flower here and a little flower here. I also did use the vellum. Let me trim these off a little bit. I used the die cut, the circular die cut, and die cut this in vellum because I wanted a little bit of a touch around the outside of the flowers. I'm just trying to see if I can get these to where they're not so square where I cut them off of the vellum. Yeah, the babies are playing right now. So after I finish recording this, I want to make sure they have some fresh milk and some fresh water out, and then try to go to bed. It's been a long day, y'all. It really has. Long day. And it's hot here in Texas. It is so hot. I want to say earlier when I got in my car, it said 104. And it was really hot. And then all of a sudden, around 6:37-ish, I think that's pretty good. Around 6:37-ish, we had a storm come through. I'm going to cut this in half because I want to use half of it on one side and half of it on the other. So I want like a little bit of like a kind of like a half moon type of thing right there. I'm just going to use some glue to put this down on the little dots. But yeah, we had a storm come in, and so that was some very welcome weather. it did some lightning, did some thundering. It was right about that moment I realized that the kittens freak out a little bit when the thunder started, because it did rattle the house. It did rattle the house, and so it was like looking at them was kind of cute because they hadn't experienced that yet, and so they were real like, whoa, what is going on? All right, so we're gonna put this, let's see, where can I put this where it'll actually stick? Let's do this number. Let's just stick it right there. I probably should have used glue dots, but I'm hoping that that glue will dry a little more clear. You can kind of see it through that vellum. I'm just pressing down on it a little bit, enough for it to stick to the cardstock and the designer series paper that's underneath it. But I'm going to show you what I did in the middle of, I think that's good enough because the flowers are going to help hold it down. I've already gotten some dimensionals on the back, but what I did is I stamped in Night and Navy, and I'm going to just kind of, let's do this. Let's put this right here. I might end up having to cover this up now that I think about it. All right, we're gonna do it anyway. I want to cover up the edge because I don't want you to see that edge. But what I did in order to bring a little bit of that color out, I don't know, this has probably got too much of a glare to it. Let me turn that light off. I pulled a little bit of the color out of it by using Wink of Stella, because I stamped it in our ink. When the Wink of Stella touches the ink, it pulls the color out of the, wherever it's stamped that color. So that's kind of what that was all about. Let's do this. Let's cover up that end right there. I wanted them to be together, but they're not going to be together. And if I need to, I can put another one. I can put another one in the middle, but I think this will still work. I'm going to put one there. And y'all know me, I don't like my leaves to be flat. So what I did is I took the leaf and I just pinched them so that it gave it a little bit of dimension when it's on. So you can kind of see it's kind of curled up. And I threw some big dimensionals on the back, and we're going to put that one kind of on that side. I didn't do any of the other die cuts. So, meaning the leaf, the ones that are already kind of die cutty, I didn't do those. I don't think I'll do those. Those probably would have been easier to do, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I have the other one. So let's go ahead and put that one on. So we got a little bit of balance. Do I want to do it there, or do I want to? I'm just going to do it on the top. Yeah, let's just do it on the top. That way, when I go to do the second page, I can do it on the bottom, and it'll kind of help balance out the layout. Yeah, let's do that. I just made it an executive decision at the last minute. So you can see a little bit of it right there, but once I go to put this piece, kind of like a double rainbow, then that will slide back behind there. And then let's press that down so it has some time to set. And then this one down here is just going to be a set that's a little bit more closed in. I don't know. I really like sometimes vellum, just a touch of it really does help, when it comes to bringing out just a small touch. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's cardstock vellum. By the way, all the supplies that I used for this particular demonstration will be in the supply list. I don't know why it's not sticking down. Oh, it's getting there. It's just taking a moment. But I really do hope y'all like this layout. Right after I finish this, we're going to do the drawing. And so I already have one of them done. So we're going to soften up this little corner right here. And let me show you what I did, because I went ahead and stamped one, but I got my let me go ahead and fold it in. I also did the flowers. That way the flowers aren't so flat. And of course, you can use a different color in the center if you wanted to use a different color in the center. But I just took my Wink of Stella, and it doesn't take much. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the color's starting to come out. Once it gets wet, that alcohol will help blend that color. And it's just enough just to give it a little color. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy. Of course, the more you do it, yes, the more color that you're going to bring out. So if you want it darker, you can do it. This is just one easy way to do it. You can also use, if you wanted to use our re-inkers and, do blending with our blending brushes, you could do that. We also have watercolor pencils and I think we used to call them our blending pens. We have our blending pens. So that's just enough to bring that color out. But it also, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. It also gives it a little shine because it's Wink of Stella, right? All right, so let's put a dimensional on the back of that. And then I think I have the other ones. We'll put that one kind of that way. And then I have this one that I've already crinkled. Let's put that one back there. And then this one, these two need to be. This one has a dimensional on it, but I didn't fold my leaves. So let's fold those. Let's put this one. Let's put this one right here. And then this last one, I did this one in balmy blue as well. I'm going to fold those. Let's put a dimensional on the back. And let's put that one right here. That way they're kind of together. And then I also decided to break out I hadn't used this in a while since my spring retreat, but we've got the balmy blue and white variegated ribbon. So it's kind of, you got a couple of, if I don't know if you can see that, but it's balmy blue on the top and then it kind of variegates into like white. I like it. I went ahead and made a bow with this one, and we're going to put this one on with some glue dots. I just wanted one bow on here, but I do have some accessories I'm going to add on here as well. So let's get some glue dots on the back of this. And I think I had that one up here. I think I was cutting that real close, but basically it's just going to be like right there. Then I wanted to I hadn't used these yet. This is our Tinsel Gems 3-pack. It's got Misty Moonlight, Fresh Freesia, and Lost Lagoon. There's also a 4-pack that has some in colors in it, but I chose this one because I couldn't decide if I wanted to use the Lost Lagoon or the Misty Moonlight. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and use the Misty Moonlight. Y'all have to see these colors in person. Sometimes our computer screens and webcams don't do these layouts justice, right? All right, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and use the Misty Moonlight one. It's just because it's one of the shades of blue. Although that Lost Lagoon, I don't know. All right, let's just use Misty Moonlight, Barbara. All right, so where am I going to put these? Random, or this was an afterthought but I still wanted to use them. Let's use them in the center. There we go. I don't want to overdo it. I'm not trying to be like real fancy with this layout, but I wanted to put a little bit of bling. So we're just going to put those in the center of our flowers. That way we got a little ting going on with our flowers there. That's supposed to just hang down. I purposely made these a little bit long, but of course, once it gets into a scrapbook, it's probably going to just flatten out. The only other thing I had out was, there we go, this splotchy stamp that's with Irresistible Blooms. I wanted to splotch. I wanted to splotch. I just wasn't sure where. And now I'm like, do I really want to splotch? No, I'm not going to splotch. I think that's enough. I think that's enough because we're already at 25 minutes and I need to do a drawing. So I hope you guys can see that. But this is layout number 54, page number 1, using the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper that is currently on sale. So if you really like this Designer Series paper, go grab it. It's on sale in the month of June. And okay, so let me show you what I'm going to give away. Forgot to mute my phone. Sorry about that. So when I was looking for a prize, I decided to break out the, it's a 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And let me double check the name. It's a big pack of paper too, you guys. This is called the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper that's available 12 by 12. And there are 12 different designs. And let me show you, I cut it down to 6 by 12 to show you, but when I send the prize out, I'm actually going to cut it back down to 6 by 6. So you'll get 2 6 by 6 sheets of what you see here. But there's that side, there's that side, then you got that one and that side, then there's that one, that side, lots of different designs. Look, pretzels. And then you got some colorful lines, and then you have like typeset alphabet, everything coordinates. This coordinates with, there's a bundle. I can't remember now. I think it's the Inked Botanicals. It coordinates that punch. So you can punch that out. And then you've got that line on the back. You got some daisies, some lemons. I like that one. We got that one. Lots of different designs. So I'm going to be giving away the prize. That one's strawberries. That's cute. And then you got that. And then we got that one. And then that. And the last one was that one. And then, of course, the back of that one. So it's called Delightfully Eclectic. And it is delightfully eclectic. So this is going to be the prize I'm going to give away. But I am going to cut it back down another, in half. So it'll be 2 sheets of 6 by 6 that I will be sending out just because it's easier and a little bit cheaper to mail. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen so we can do a drawing. We got the spinning wheel. Let me do some shuffling. So this is everyone that watched last week's video, whether it was on YouTube or Facebook. And if you liked, commented, or shared, your name is on this wheel. And if you shared, your name's on here twice, because that's what I do. When you share my videos, I give you an extra entry onto the wheel. And then also, while I'm thinking about it, in the month of June, anyone that shares my video, you might not be able to see this because there might be a glare, but I'm going to put it up underneath here. This is the share prize for the month of June. So everybody that shares any of my videos, whether they're my Sunday videos or my scrapbooking videos, they're going to get entered into a special drawing, and I will be given a copy of Lasting Joy. It's a photopolymer stamp set. I will be giving a copy of that away to one lucky winner. So sharing is caring, and sharing helps me. And we have a lot of new people joining, and we have a lot of people joining from all over the country, and sometimes even out of the country too. So it's always nice to see some new names joining us. All right, that's enough shuffling. Let's spin. It's Shirley Taylor. I'm writing her name down. Congratulations, Shirley. And if y'all notice, it says share. So that extra entry, sometimes those extra entries help when it comes to winning prizes. So let me get back into StreamYard. There we go. So I got your address, Shirley. I know exactly where to send this. And there you have it. I hope you like this layout using the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. If you like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and join me next week, next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for page 2. And then we can wrap up this particular layout. So, but if you like this paper, go get it. It's on sale. Okay, it's only on sale in the month of June. I believe it's 15% off. And don't forget, if you're a demonstrator, you get your 15% off plus your 20 or 25% demonstrator discount, whichever discount level you're at. So that's even better deal. That's an even better reason to be a demonstrator because we get discounts on top of discounts. You can be your own host and get host rewards on your own orders. And right now, the kit in the month of June, you can get $155 worth of whatever you want in product for only $99 plus tax. So make sure you go check it out. Y'all have a great day. If you're in the state of Texas, make sure, well, anywhere really, make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and make sure they're doing okay. Make sure they're staying hydrated and they're staying cool and their fur babies are doing okay. And we will see you all Sunday afternoon. All right. Bye, y'all.